Hello everyone, I'm back with another Reddit Addicts episode. If you find my videos entertaining, please kindly subscribe and like them. Thanks to everyone for your suggestions and kind notes. Now, let's get started with today's exciting stories.
We had a perfect life and my wife cheated. I married my best friend last year. We've been together for 8 years, and it's been the most amazing and fulfilling relationship I've ever had. We had the perfect life. We have the cutest little puppy, and she's the most loyal and loving little creature I've ever met. We've been saving for a house in our dream city, and we were just about ready to pull the trigger this year. We were planning to adopt afterwards. We finally paid off all our student loans. We have amazing friends and hobbies that we're both passionate about. We did everything together, dates multiple times a week, every weekend for sure, and usually a few during the week as well. Road trips and vacations and events. We stayed up late every night cuddling and talking about our future together. We have a million little inside jokes and we sent flirty texts to each other all day. We had an amazing sex life, every one of our fantasies, every day, often multiple times a day. We made it through graduate school and the pandemic and all sorts of other tumultuous life events together. I work from home and I took care of all the house chores so she didn't have to. I took care of the dog, I did the training and the walking and the feeding so that she wouldn't have that extra stress. I make 4x her salary so that she can work her dream job, which doesn't, by itself, make enough to pay rent etc. since we're in NYC. I've never complained about any of this, and being able to do all these things for her always made me so proud and happy, so that she could fulfill her own professional dreams. And she still cheated on me. She cheated with a coworker she's only known for a few months, who is way younger than her, and who is her subordinate at work. I told her I would be willing to work through it in therapy together, that I could forgive her because our life was so amazing. And she told me she was so sorry and would do anything to make things right, that she had never meant to hurt me. But I found out last week that she is still cheating on me with him. And when I confronted her, she became unrecognizable. She was verbally abusive and yelled at me and told me that she had never loved me or our puppy. She told me that she had just been using me all along and now that she'd found someone else, she didn't need me anymore, and that she didn't feel any remorse or guilt and had only pretended to apologize when she got caught the first time so that she could keep using me for money. I should be angry, but I just feel so sorry for her. I'm still going to have an amazing life. I took our dog, my dog now I guess, and moved out. I'm still going to be buying that house, alone now. All my friends also are friends, and even her friends have been so supportive. Even her family has been so supportive of me. She's losing a lot of friends. She's losing me, her best friend, at the very least. She might lose her job. She can't afford rent where she's living either way. She always liked expensive shows and clothes and hobbies and going out to eat, and now she can't have any of that. It just doesn't make any sense to me, but she doesn't return my calls anymore, so I guess this is it. I'll never understand what happened or why she gave up on our life together out of nowhere like this. Comment 1. Sorry that happened to you. My dad cheated on my mom with a secretary from the typing pool when I was in elementary. My dad divorced my mom to pursue this relationship with this younger lady. It didn't work out with this younger lady, so he found a different younger lady, and it destroyed my childhood. People who cheat should never be allowed to forget their shame. Cheating destroys families and children. Never forgive. Comment 2. She sounds horrible and honestly, it's her loss. You deserve a partner who contributes too. Even if you're financially better off than them, a partner should want to split domestic duties with you, contribute even small ways financially. There are plenty of people out there who will give you a fulfilling relationship because they love you for you. I'm sorry you're going through this. I don't understand people who have the mentality she does. Wives who cheat when they have a perfect marriage, in their words. So my WS and I have been married for 9 years, but we had a great marriage, her words. D-Day was 6 months ago. From October 18, 2018, my wife went to this business party for entrepreneurs in the next city for the whole weekend. That's where she met the AP, a young, handsome guy who owns his own software company. My wife came back from the party and just said she had a good time. Nothing happened on that day other than getting to know each other. So my wife was also invited to another business conference. There they met again, exchanged numbers, and that was the beginning of the affair. She owns her own makeup store, which is successful. And of course I helped her with it. So she had millions of excuses to go meet up with the AP and hang out with him. This of course affected our intimacy, and the whole we became and she seemed distant and cold to me. I started to get suspicious at some point, but I was gaslit and lied to a point where I gave the need to try. I just became passive and numb, and I gave trying to fix our marriage. She could do whatever she wanted as long as it didn't involve me. I was just a walking robot moving in and out of the house. The only thing that prevented me from losing my sanity was my daughter. She was the only woman in my life who kept a smile on my face. 2 months before D-Day, her affair lasted 10 months, my wife noticed that I had given up. Guilt was catching up with her, and she tried. Putting the clothes I liked. Cooking the meals I like. Became affectionate. She tried to get me back to the I was, but nothing happened. D-Day. My wife left her laptop open, and then I saw her business email account was open. I was about to walk past it, but something caught the corner of my eye. It was an email dating almost 2 months ago to her AP telling him that what they had was fun and great and the best sex she has ever had, and he will never forget about him but she was not ready to lose her family. That her love for me was too much, and though she had developed feelings for him, it was not worth hurting me. She said her marriage was perfect before he met him, and now she wants to work on it and try to salvage what was left of her marriage she had ruined. I felt my heart drop in the stomach. I felt like throwing up. I never thought my wife would be the one to engage in an affair. I was hurt, angry, and felt like this was the end of my life. When she came back, I confronted her. She denied it first, then when I showed her the evidence, she confessed everything. She was crying and begging for forgiveness, saying that she wanted to tell me but couldn't bring herself to do that. I was so angry and hurt that I packed up whatever I could and crashed at my friend's house for 2 days. The second day I decided to go home and talk things out. She was a mess. My daughter was at my parents' house. I still hadn't told them anything. I told her the only thing I saw was us getting a divorce. Of course again she begged and cried. She offered to pay for my own and her own IC and MC. I told her to give me a week to think things over. I finally decided that I'd give it a shot. In MC, she has said in our MC that she never thought she was the type to get involved in an affair. That at some point she had contemplated to leave me for the other man. That the other guy didn't push for it, but he told her that if she wanted to leave me for him, he was there for her. She also said that it was the best sex she ever had, and I still get triggers about this. But always assures me that our sex life was great. Still don't believe her. But sometimes I can't help think I come second to her. That she was willing to destroy her family for this other guy, who was also sleeping with other women, married. That she was willing to give up everything we worked for this guy. Just wondering, was it the risk? She says our marriage was perfect but loved the attention of this young handsome guy. And also can't help wonder if another hot guy stumbles her way, she will fall for him. Edit. I would really appreciate if people read my post history, which I posted a few hours before this. Thanks.
We hope you enjoyed this story. Thanks for watching and hope to see you in the next video. And before you go, please be sure to subscribe for more.